Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Andrea EagleChild, and I am doing my presentation on juvenile dermatomyositis. And so, how rare is a disease? Any medical condition or disease that directly impacts less than 2,000 individuals in the United States is considered a rare disease. Currently in United States, there's an estimate of 5,000 children living with juvenile dermatomyositis. In the United States, there are 30 million individuals that suffer with a rare disease. So first of all, the reason why I'm doing this research is because my nephew has this disease. It took him a very long time for them to find out what was wrong with him. I think he must have been about 5 years old, and once they found out, he'll be turning 13 in September. And he's been told like 3 times that he's not going to make it, and that was really hard on my family. But you know what? He's doing well, he's thriving, and that's the main thing. And so, juvenile dermatomyositis, so the medical terms are dermato is skin, myo, muscle, itis is inflammation. And this is an onset of an autoimmune disease that can vary in children, starting from infants to children to adolescents. And they also can grow out of it. So what is juvenile dermatomyositis? It's a complex autoimmune disease that can have many overlapping health issues. JDM is idiopathic inflammatory myopathy. This can lead to autoimmune dysfunction where the tissue attacks certain tissues, muscles, organs in the body. And it also attacks the lungs and the heart, and there is around 30% of juvenile patients that suffer from calcium deposits in the soft tissue. So my nephew, he suffers badly from the calcium, and so the calcium deposits are irreversible. And so for him, they grow on the knuckles, the elbows, the knees. And so when he was a baby, they did an MRI of his heart, and they found a little tiny dot. And from there, the calcification has grown. I would say maybe about a quarter of his heart. So they're keeping an eye on it, and hopefully, it will stop growing, or they can find a cure, or he might have to get a heart transplant. Okay. So symptoms are unique to patients. Each case can be mild or severe, and each case is unique on its own. So there's joint pain, inflammation, limited joint motion, arthritis, calcinosis, calcium buildup on the soft tissue and on the organs, as in my nephew. Vasculitis, inflammation of the vein, skin ulcers, sun sensitivity, redness in the skin, and severe rash. Muscle cramps, inflammation, muscle weakness, lower muscle tone, loss of muscle. And pericarditis, irregular heartbeat, chest pain, and pulmonary fibrosis. And autoimmune, immune reaction against one's own cells and tissue. And hemorrhage, difficulty swallowing. And there are 5 key muscle enzymes. So researchers have identified 5 key muscle enzymes, and then each enzyme plays a certain role in how juvenile dermatomyositis attacks the body. And also, too, there's antibodies that we should not have in our bodies that act against in our own cells. Each specific antibody can predict a disease featuring complications of JDM. So in arthritis, mechanic hands is the anti-tRNA, and this is the antibody that affects that. And most common skin disease, antibody, and then with my nephew as well, the calcinosis is responsible, the antibody responsible for that is anti-NXP-2. And Cause and medication. To this date, there is no real known cause of juvenile dermatomyositis. There are many groups across the United States that are studying JDM as we speak, and I consider those people angels for looking into a rare disease. And so all across the globe, they're doing research to help fight against JDM. Medications include corticosteroid, IV or orally, methotrexate used for arthritis, IVIG if needed. JAK inhibitors is a new medication that has been working for patients with JDM. And these are my links to my information. And I was given an opportunity to go work with Dr. Jarvis in Washington, but at this time it just wouldn't work out. I would have lost all my funding for school. So I'm going to take the BSN program for 2 years, and after that I'm going to go study with Dr. Jarvis in Washington. And he studies this type of disease, so it will be very interesting and a great opportunity. And I thank you all for coming. Thank you so much.